Hey guys, what up? It's me, KOHCOZ, and today I'm going to show you how I made my Rudo wig from the anime GACHIAKUTA. It's kind of a more realistic style, so it's like my interpretation of what his hair looks like. So follow me and let's begin! Okay, so for the tools, here's everything that I used in this process. Not everything is mandatory, but this is just everything that I use. And these are mandatory. You need a wig and some kind of shading for the black highlights. Make sure your wig has a lot of wefts so you can get the best result while styling. Okie dokie, here is my wig. It is normal wig. It's shorter, it has a lot of wefts, so this is going to be easy. It's pretty much the same length as what I needed already. I am not going to do a glued hairline for this one because I don't think it needs it. But first, I'm going to load up this wig with a lot of hairspray. I'm pretty much going in between each section and just spraying a mist of hairspray. This is going to speed up the process when crimping it. And once you've done that, I'm going to start from the bottom of the wig, separating it with some clips. To begin! Teasy. So to start, I'm gonna get my crimper. It's on the highest setting that I got. And I got this brush backcombing comb. It's messed up, don't look at it. Pretty much the process here is to take the crimper and make the hair extra crispy. And when you have a whole layer crimped up, I go ahead and backcomb the whole thing so it looks kind of crazy. This is to make volume and easier to form spikes later on. So I'm just going up every 2 to 3 layers, not too little, not too much to crimp it. Make sure the hair is saturated with hairspray when you're crimping it so it actually holds the shape. Oh, sorry, that voice cracked. Once it has enough volume, I'm going to run my crimper or flat iron or steamer and I'm going to curl the hair into the direction I want it to go. I'm not pressing very hard, I'm just lightly running it over the hair. So here's another close-up. I'm crimping it so it's really crunchy, and then I'm curling it to the face while it cools down, brushing it out, and then lightly running the flat iron again so it can curl in the direction I want to as it cools down. With some hairspray before I backcomb, just for shits and giggles, you know, I don't know. The more I want the hair to stand up and defy gravity, the more hairspray and backcombing I need to do. You're not exactly styling it just yet, you are just crimping and getting the overall direction and shape of the wig. Yeah, I'm going to repeat the same steps over and over again, rinse and repeat until I have the whole wig with enough volume and I redirect the hair in each direction I want it to go. See, on my right I have a character sheet open so I know what kind of direction I want to go into. And I just kind of follow the images. I don't know, is that making sense to you guys? Is it confusing? I hope it's not too confusing. The great thing about working with this wig is it's kind of much the length I already needed at. It's just a little bit long. But that'll make your life easier if you can find a wig that's about the same-ish length, you know? I know Rudo's hair is not exactly pure white like this wig, but it's kind of like all I had, so you know we gotta make do what we got, you know? Once everything's going in the right direction, it's time to move on to the trimming and cutting. That's right. Okay, so you can see everything's kind of in the right shape and direction. I'm going to take my cutting scissors and just kind of do this back and forth motion with the scissors slightly open. I'm pretty much just thinning down each section of hair so it's more layered and lighter to make a spike. If it's too much hair, sometimes it won't spike properly because it's too heavy. So the goal here is to thin out any thick areas and make the ends thinner so it can be easier to form into a spike. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling up the hairs, and if it's like too long than the rest, I shave it off. I don't know how to explain this. I mean, if you've got a haircut, you can kind of see your barber or your salon hairstylist do this too, but this is just what I do. I pull a piece of hair. If it's too long, I cut it down to the right size. So yeah, here I'm pulling out like a long hair, shaving it off so it matches the others. You have to channel your inner Japanese barber, or I guess landscaper, because this is kind of like trimming a bush, I guess. I forgot to mention, make sure your mannequin head is like the same-ish size as your head, so you're not cutting off too much or too little by the time you're done with the wig. So as I cut, you can kind of see I've got that gradual change of short hair on the bottom leading up to long hair in the middle. I am constantly looking back at my reference pictures, making sure everything is matched up from every angle. And once you have the length right, I'm going to take my chopstick flat iron and again redirect the hair to go in the right direction I want it to. After I get all the hair going in the right direction, it's time to Yes, it's finally style time. So this is what I got to work with. It's not too bad, right? It's not that bad. You can just wear this right now. But we want to go an extra step further and make it really clean. So I'm gonna hit with the hairspray again. And when styling, I start from the bangs going to the back. I'm just making sure the hairline is slicked back a little bit like his hairline, you know. I'm using a steamer for heat and the rat tail comb to hold the hair in place while it's hot and as it cools down. Moving on to the other spikes, I'm gonna use my chopstick flat iron again and just kind of clean up the shape of the spikes at the ends of them because they're kind of like frayed out right now and I want them to be more pointed, you know. So I'm lightly running that flat iron at the highest setting over the wig hairs while it's still wet with hairspray, and you might hear a little bit of psss. So that's a good sign, I think. Once you've done all your spikes, I'm gonna take this glue stick, and I don't know if wig makers use this. I'm just gonna run it over the ends of the hair. I don't want it to move like the bangs, or really important to not move too much. And I'm gonna reinforce the spike tips with the glue. Same thing with the top of the wig, just in case there's any flyaways. Twist it with your fingers, and dang, that looks good. Okay, it's time to move on. Coloring. I'm gonna take some black eyeshadow. It's expired, so I'm gonna use it on this wig. I'm gonna tap on the ends of the spikes with the paintbrush in my hand on the back so there's a fallout. If you're gonna do eyeshadow like this, it's really good to have your spikes as like stiff as possible. I mean, you can retwist them with another set of hairspray and just like using your fingers to twist it again. You could airbrush it, but there's kind of too many little pieces I gotta individually make black, so I didn't want to do that and risk messing up this beautiful white wig. So here I am, just painting eyeshadow on and twisting with my fingies, and yeah, just do the same thing for literally every spike on the goddamn thing. For the bangs, I like to make sure the gradient is a little more individual with each piece. It just helps it look more realistic to me. Bit of a extra short piece on the bangs, so I'm just gonna paint the tip of that black as well, and you can see, look, it adds more like definition, so it's not just like a big flat piece, it's more like three-dimensional. Yeah, it took me like 2 hours to do this part, and my hands are looking like Rudo's hands, or I guess Deku. So once you have all the ends painted black, gray, brown, whatever you want, it's time to finish the finishing touches. I'm trimming any extra long hairs off all the spikes. I'm making sure they are all the same. I'm going to take some brown and I'm going to hit the root with this brown. You'll see it adds a little bit more dimension. It makes it look a little more realistic. Root shading can add a lot of life to your cosplay wigs. I'm just choosing this brown because I think it would look good with the white wig. I mean, you can color the roots whatever color you want. It doesn't matter. Putting just enough so you can tell, oh, that's a scalp underneath there. Yeah. And I'm gonna go in between the spikes and kind of do the same thing. I'm not gonna go overboard, do the whole thing. I'm kind of just doing more of the cowlick area and the hair parts where you can see underneath it. By the way, am I going too fast, guys? Am I like going at like a Bob Ross pace with this wig? And then I'm going to seal all the eyeshadow with hairspray. And I'm just going to reinforce the individual spikes going towards the face, because this is an area that will be touched a lot. So yeah, using my rat comb to brush them out. And retwisting whatever is needed. I want this to be crispy. Spray again. Check it again. Reinforce again. Cover it again. I don't care. It's gonna stay in place. I don't give a F. I'm gonna make sure I style this wig one time and one time only. More! Okay, after 2 days, I can finally say the wig is done! Oh my goodness, look at it. It looks great, in my opinion. You can see the shading on the ends and the roots. And here it is in the sunlight outside. It looks awesome! I mean, let me know what you guys think. I think it looks cool. I love all the root shading, especially. It adds a lot of dimension. I'd be like, damn, is that someone's hair? No, it's a wig! I mean, could you tell? Could you clock it? I mean, we probably could, but yeah. Now that we sit on the mannequin, let's see it on me. Ah, yes. Oh my god, is that Rudo's Surebred from GACHIAKUTA? Oh my god. Arrest him. He's wanted for the murder in the sphere. Get him. But yeah, it looks really cool. Let me know if you guys follow this tutorial. I want to see your Rudo wigs. And let me know what other characters I should do tutorials for. Wigs, cosplays, whatever. We would pick up trash on the highway. You know, anything. Whatever, right? Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like the video. Bye!